Have you ever received a negative review for your business and you're not exactly sure how to respond? Today, we're going to talk about the importance of responding to negative reviews and also look at a business and how they're responding to their reviews and just give you some ideas for ways that you can tackle negative reviews. So today we're looking at BluePerl Pet Hospital, and they're located in Newark, Delaware. And I selected this profile because they do have some good reviews, but they also have some negative reviews. And they are responding to their reviews, which is one thing I'll start off with, which is any type of review, positive or negative, make sure you're responding to it because it's important to let people know you're engaged and that you heard them. So I'm going to dig into their reviews. We'll look at some examples, and then we'll talk about like maybe ways that they could improve how they responded. So in here, you'll see they do have some positive reviews. They're 3.5 stars, so they're kind of middle of the road in terms of the reviews. They do have some positive, they do have some negative. So one thing that as we're looking through here, just to take a quick look, um, you know, they are getting some reviews and they're not responding to them. So making sure you're responding consistently is really important. Take a look at the low reviews that we have here, and some of this, you'll hear, especially this type of business, the people that are buying this service, taking their pet to the hospital, they're going to absolutely be anxious. They're going to be, there's a lot of emotion, right, that's going into these things. So some of the reviews that they're going to write are going to be, could potentially be scathing and things like that. And they could be angry the way that they write. And so some of these you'll see some of that. But, the good positive thing here is BluePerl is actually responding to those reviews, which is a good thing. Now, how they're responding, I think that's the question that we got to look at. So, when we're looking at like an example like here, some good things that they're doing, showing empathy, right? Like letting people know we're sensitive to the fact that you're bringing your pet in here and that's an emotional experience. Like that's definitely a good thing. We value your feedback and all that. Some of these where we're responding maybe in like longer paragraphs or things like that. Um, like, and when the customer is writing really long, detailed reviews, like I think there's a couple, like that are here. You'll see also where customers are writing in caps. Um, that's letting you know that the customer is angry, right? They're really upset. So some of these, you may have an opportunity to take those things offline and say like, hey, we want to reach out to you. We want to have a conversation with you about your experience. And then what you do is you put that person with the best person on your team that can handle customer service challenges like this. And then first, apologize, disarm, the person, get in the conversation, and let them know that's not what you were expecting to do, and you wanted to offer better service, and you're sorry that you couldn't. Second, you really want to understand like what their challenge was, like what the problem was, and then be able to take that away and improve your business. Some of these may be people that are trolling. Some of these may be people that have a legitimate concern about your business, and these reviews are your opportunity to learn about those issues and to actually take action. If you don't take action, you're just going to keep getting negative reviews, and that's a problem. But if you get these reviews and you actually take them seriously and you talk to your customers and you make changes, you'll see your reviews change and actually move up, which will be great. So the other thing I'll mention is like when you reply, especially if you're a family business, don't reply all in caps. If you reply in caps, people see this person shouting. And a lot of times, you'll hear someone say, well, the owner was angry or they're angry people. And if you reply in caps, all you're doing is you're validating that person's review that they just left that said you're angry. So don't do that, and really like, you want to also look for opportunities where you can potentially make good or fix something that you've done. So in some of these instances, people had talked about, hey, I was told that, it was going to be $200 to be seen. And then, I went there and then, oh, they gave me an estimate and the estimate went to $5,000, $6,000, $1,000, whatever it was. That's a problem, right? Like for the person that's going in there, if they're going in and they're, coming in, like in this instance, they were coming from Maryland, they come in and they say, I'm expecting to pay $200. And now, boom, that price explodes. I would be mad too, right? So, you have to think about like what happened there. That's a major, challenge for people. So I think, when you're doing this, it's like I said, opportunity to really understand like what went wrong. Try to figure out who they talked to, where things went off the rails. Maybe there's like something you need to provide your people that are answering the phone to give better guidance around like what the costs are, what they could incur, right? If someone's going to make a trip there, that they can afford it, right? If they can afford $200, like are they going to be able to afford the $5,000? That they might get quoted for something. Yeah, I hope they can, right? But it's really important to try to be clear in these things. And when you have a review like this, like obviously they in this one they didn't respond. Like this one, they should have responded and said like we want to have a conversation with you, because all people see is this review, and like if they read this review is scathing enough that like someone might not want to do business with them. So recommendation would be like reach out to this customer, respond on the review. If you don't know the customer name, in this instance, like the name isn't really easy to figure out, but you might know based on the story, like what happened. You might also just be able to reply and say, hey, please contact us at this number or contact whoever at this email address. We'd like to talk to you about your experience and see how we can make improvements going forward. So, and sometimes customers won't want to have that conversation, but you may find this customer would want to have the conversation and tell you about their experience, how it impacted them. So make sure you listen, make sure that you, take some good notes and see where you can make improvements. I think that's all I could say for you. That's all I have for today in terms of tips. If you have comments, questions, if you're doing this and you have good tips for other people that respond to negative reviews, leave those in the comments below. Really would love to hear from you. And if you're looking for more content like this, you can follow us on TikTok, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Subscribe, follow us, share our content. We'd love you to do that. Tag a business that could benefit from this content. We're creating a ton of content around Google Business, as well as digital marketing concepts to help businesses level up their game. So it's something that we're doing for free. Tag someone that can benefit from it. We really want to help other people out. So, like I said, that's all we have for today. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.